Good morning, good afternoon, wherever in the world you are. Life is peace. Life is joy. Life is love. Life is happiness. Life is pleasant. Life is many things, but it's never anything negative. By nature, life is not negative. Nothing negative about it. Life is beautiful. Life is abundant. Life is not anything negative. It's not nature. By nature, life is great. Life is everything. And the more you acknowledge all these things that life is, all the pleasantness about it, the joyous about it, all the love that exists within it, the happiness that exists within it, the more you'll find more of an abundance of it because it's there. It's not hidden. Nobody's keeping it from you. And you just have to learn to acknowledge that. It takes more energy to not acknowledge that than it does to simply just acknowledge it, because by nature it exists. All of it exists. And the only limits that you have when it comes to acknowledging that are the ones that you place on yourself. You have to remove the limits. You have to remove the shackles. You have to remove the chains. You have to remove the handcuffs. And just allow yourself to just be. Just simply be. And there's nothing wrong with just being. By nature, that's what you are here for, to just be. You're a spiritual being having a human experience. So take the time and just simply acknowledge things. Like, look here, check it out. This plant. I acknowledge this plant every day. It's not another human being, so it's not going to talk back to me, but does everything that does not talk back to you mean you can't talk to it? No, of course not. I acknowledge this plant as a living being. It is just being what it's born to do, to be a plant, to grow with roots that come from the dirt just like everything else, and to grow. That's its purpose. That's what it is intended to do. And I am currently its keeper. It's my job to maintain it so that it can continue to grow, much like we have to do when it comes to ourselves. You have to take time to maintain certain things about yourself. Maintain your physical health, maintain your spiritual health, maintain your mental health, maintain your emotional health, maintain your financial health. It's up to us to maintain things, but you have to acknowledge what these things are. Acknowledge that life is supposed to be the way it is. Life is not concerned whether you like it or not. It's not concerned whether you agree with it or not. Life will continue to move and go on in spite of what you think about it. So the best way to go about it is to simply be grateful for just being. Just being. Acknowledge the fact that you are allowed to wake up every single day. You are allowed to get up and drink water and wash your face and brush your teeth and put on clothes and move your legs and your arms and your eyes and your head. Acknowledge the fact that you are allowed to still smell, to still taste, to still be able to touch, to be able to feel, to be able to go outside, to be able to drive, to be able to walk, to be able to run. Acknowledge that you are able to do things that some people are not able to do. That some people didn't live the next day in order to do what you did. Life is great. It's beautiful. It's joyous. It is full of gratitude. It is full of pleasantness. It takes too much energy to not acknowledge these things that are by nature than it does just to simply accept it as just being. Focus on just being today, tomorrow, and the rest of your days. Acknowledge it. And do away with anything and everything that does not serve that knowing that life itself is everything. You yourself are everything. Do all that you can and you must to maintain that knowing so that much like the plant, you yourself can continue to grow. Got it? It's Motivation Monday. Go be dope.